Hi, I'm Blues Saraceno, and I played guitar with Jack Bruce when I was 16 years old. Probably about the time I was about early 20s. And some memorable experiences were was quite a few. Maybe the first gig was pretty exciting for crazy reasons, and because I think the whole tour had gotten canceled at that point, but then it was back on. And then I remember playing a show in Anaheim, California at the Disneyland ballroom, I think. And it was pretty sold out, and it was a kind of musician-heavy crowd, and that was pretty exciting. So it was very exciting. Any memories of this gig from Poland? Well, we did a lot of gigs, so they kind of start blending together. But if this is the one I'm thinking of, which I believe it is, I think I went to LAX, and I grabbed a ticket, and I ended up missing the plane, so I had to take a secondary plane. So because the first plane was missed, in essence, every time I would get to the destination, I would have to catch a different plane. So what was supposed to take 1 day took 3 days of getting there, which I didn't sleep for much. I would just sleep in the airport. So I'm pretty sure by the time I got to the gig in Poland, it was, I'm not sure if I knew where I was, but it was awesome. The people were awesome. Jack was awesome. And it all went away the second we hit stage. But there was no sound check. I think we just walked on, turned everything up, and went for it. And that was it. That's kind of how we did it. If that's the one I'm thinking of, which I think it is. What did Jack mean to me in my career? Well, first of all, Jack was one of the very first people to really take me under his wing. He was definitely a mentor, and he showed me a couple things, but what I really would end up walking away from it with was that, one, he was always true to the music. That was just to me kind of, it always imparted that if you just stay true to the music, it will all get there. That was great. And then the second thing that I always picked up, which I didn't really realize, but Jack was a true musician, and everything was improv and controlled chaos. And so what I learned from Jack was definitely elements of how to color outside the lines musically. Like, we didn't have a set list. We didn't, he would jump up, you'd have to watch his hands, and when he landed, if it was in the key of A, there was only a couple songs it was going to be, then you would figure it out from there. And at the time, it was frustrating, because I was like, I don't get why can't we, make it real easy like everybody else is. But then I realized, because the true musician in him would never allow that. He just would always kind of take, he would just improv as he went, and it was just a flow, and he would jump onto it. And so I learned that. I didn't realize I learned it till much later, and I was so grateful for it. So I learned a lot of things with Jack, and taught me many things about music and about the music industry. I really hope the fans enjoyed the show as much as we did playing it. It was amazing. It was a special time, and I was grateful for every last minute of it. Thank you.